To this because I thought this was very interesting about Hedera potentially having a big explosion in price early next year, which I've been kind of expecting for a lot of alts anyway, and we'll get into why that is. But we can start by looking at the current price of Hedera. Here's Hedera's current price at about 27 cents. It is up to number 16 in market cap, which is a pretty tremendous improvement from a few months ago. Now, obviously, we'd like to see it a little bit higher, but on the 7-day, it's actually up a little bit, about 3%. On the month, up 64%, and of course on the year, 216%. Now, there was a time, obviously, when this was up much higher. It was around almost 500% at one point on the total for a year, not like year to date, but just an actual year, which right now is actually pretty close to year to date. In fact, it might be a little different, but not much. Here's, the year to date would be a little further back. But yeah, this is for not even usually hitting the period where alts really pump. This is really impressive. This is what you like to see, and it kind of indicates a utility coin pump. I think that's excellent because we also saw XRP pump, we saw Cardano pump, we saw Algorand pump. All the so-called dinosaur chains, or what ghost chains they were called a while back. I think Hedera actually got itself removed, as I recalled from that article. But I think it was just kind of nonsense. Like, there's so much stuff being built on all these chains, like especially Hedera and Algorand. They both have a lot going on, and I think it's crazy to call them ghost chains. I mean, it's just nonsense. So anyway, why do I think it's going to go up? Well, first off, and can we even talk about this? Yeah. I mean, this is what happened last time. We were actually pretty low. We were actually relatively low last cycle. This is 2021. Just starting the 2021, it was like 3 cents, and then it really started to shoot up in January and February until by March we hit a high of 36 cents, and then it went up even higher. Then we had that little dip, kind of following the typical cycles, and then by fall, which is the charts look pretty much identical on Algorand, obviously different scales, but it hit 40-some cents. So I don't know what to make of that because we had a pretty good pump without really being fully in alt season. So I think that's really impressive. Well, let's look at what this other piece has to say. This is from Sean O'Rugal is his name, member of the WEF, Digi Euro, UN, all that good stuff. Investor, board member, ex-Oracle person, Harvard certified leader, the next web, all kinds of good stuff. He says, market is down, but HBAR whales just keep buying more and more. The longer this accumulation period goes, the higher the price targets. $4 plus HBAR sounds less crazy every day. This keeps going on. And you can see the accumulation in the chart. This is really good to see. It's just a steady trend up even as the prices drop. In fact, maybe because those prices have dropped a little bit, people are buying the dip. I think we're going to see good things from HBAR and Algo in January and February. Accumulation ahead of historic periods of uptrend should be good for both. And that's kind of what I pointed out, right? Like, typically alt season begins in the year after, early in the year after the Bitcoin halving cycle. As I always tell people, there's no guarantee that previous cycle will be the same as the current cycle. We had some differences last year in Bitcoin's price, for instance. Chelsea is saying $10 next year. I think that's awfully high. I just don't think people are going to take profit. At $4, a lot of people are going to be taking a lot of profit. You're going to have a lot of sell pressure. And I don't know that the FOMO will be able to match it at that price, but you never know. You really never know for sure.